Big weekend for the Broncos. It swept the first place team, St. Cloud State. Josh, what did you see from the team this weekend that led you to be so successful?
I think on Saturday or on Friday, we had a ton of depth scoring, 6 guys scoring goals on Friday night, and that really helped. Even the load throughout the lineup, and I think everybody was playing really well, and we got key stops from Alex when we needed it. We were just playing a north mentality game, getting a lot of shots on net, and then Saturday night was more of a battle. Obviously, they were going to come back after losing. Friday night, they were going to come back pretty hard, and they did that. And it was a battle all night. And again, Alex stood tall, and we got some key goals. Starting off the game with the lead, and then Frankie scoring later in the game and playing with the lead all weekend was a huge key for us.
Fitzgerald scores that goal in the third period in Friday's game, and you immediately, about 2 to 3 minutes later, go down and score. How big was that to kind of push that lead total a little higher and give you guys some more breathing room, and then obviously just snowballs for you from there?
Yeah, it felt like it kind of opened up after that. That's something that we haven't always been great at, is after other teams score, getting back on the horse and being able to either equalize or take the lead again or extend our lead. So yeah, that was a nice goal to have, give us a little more of a cushion. And then right after that, we scored on the power play, and then it was another one after that. So it felt really good to play pretty much the last 10 minutes of the game with a 2, 3, 4 goal lead.
Your line came up big, handful of goals, some assists as well, setting up for some others. What it is about the three of you that seems to click so well, and how important was that addition of Luke Granger to you and Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just try to have a hardworking mentality, not worry too much about points or anything like that. I think we try to get the puck to the net, and each of us is got a little different tools in our box. I mean, Luke is just a quick, gritty forward, and he can really elude defensemen down low. And Paul, he's a bull and great on face-off, so we usually start with the puck, whether it's in our own zone or in the offensive zone. And I just try to, make plays for them and set them up and use my speed and quickness for that. And so I think it just gels really well together. And we want to continue to have that success and help the team.
You've known Paul Washy for a long time. How cool is it to get to see him watch his brother score his first collegiate goal on Friday?
Yeah, it was pretty special. I know his parents were there, and his other brother Luke was there as well. And just what a great memory for that family to have. I mean, to be able to get a chance to play with your brother like that, and have him score his first goal in college and see that, I know he was grinning ear to ear.
What has Alex done in net that has led the team to be so successful over these last 4 games?
I think he's made some key saves at key moments. I can think of a handful of times where the other team has had breakaways or 2-on-1s late in games, early in games, and he's made some key stops, which is just huge in terms of us being able to transition the puck and keep the flow of the game going and minimize their scoring.
Well, barring any COVID issues, the team will head up to Minnesota Duluth this weekend, a team you guys haven't seen at least in person on the ice yet. What can you expect from the Bulldogs?
They're a great program. Got to give them credit. What they've been able to do the last 4 or 5 years, especially, has been pretty special. And they're just a hardworking team. They don't take any shortcuts. They play 4 lines and they play a gritty game. And we just got to be ready to play that same type of game, which I think we enjoy playing, especially, getting pucks to the net, keeping the puck out of our zone and using our speed and down low quickness to create opportunities.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Coach, it was a big weekend for the Broncos, sweeping first place St. Cloud. What did you see from the team that led them to be so successful?
Well, Adam, you've got a team that is coming into your building that just beat the two-time defending national champions, Minnesota Duluth, 3 out of 4 games and swept them up in Duluth. You know that you got to be ready to play. And I think that really helped us during the week in our preparation. We had a serious week of preparation. We prepared for the speed and the transition game that St. Cloud brings all the time, and really worked on our puck protection skills as well, because you cannot be turning the puck over to them because they can go the other way really quickly. So, I think our preparation was good all week. I think our focus, we talked a lot about short shift discipline and the need to make sure that we're getting on and off the ice quickly, that we could ill afford to have players that are tired on the ice. So we need to shorten our shifts up, and we needed everybody to buy into that. When one guy was coming off, we needed the whole unit to change so we could have fresh bodies out there, because when you're tired and you're playing a good team, that's when you make mental mistakes that could really hurt you. So I think certainly our preparation and our discipline in terms of our shift changes was very important.
Adam, you got a question for Coach?
I was going to say, you keep going until you're done, and then I'll step in.
No problem. Fitzgerald scores that goal in the third period to cut it to 3-2 on Friday, and something that the team had not necessarily done this season was respond right away. Talk about the importance of that and what you saw from your team in that moment. Being able to pull away and make the win a little easier.
Well, and we may not have done it the way we would have liked in previous games there, Adam, but we always talk to our guys about situational hockey, and obviously the start of every game, the first 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of every period, and certainly you want to get off to a great start, and then response after goals. Whether you've just scored, goals tend to come in bunches, and the best time to get the next goal is after you've got one, because the other team's maybe still thinking about it, and you can try to jump them and get a second one. And conversely, you got to really dig in if you've given one up, and you got to have that next unit that goes out there that regains puck possession and make sure that they reestablish your game. So yeah, certainly the quick responses when you give one up, it's great when you can get one back.
And obviously, you've known Paul Washy and the Washy family for quite a while. They were there. How exciting was it to see Tim get his first career goal in front of his brother, in front of his parents?
It was really exciting, Adam. I think I'm usually fairly calm when we score a goal. I think I actually raised both my arms with that particular situation there. It's just really special to see the brothers. And before we brought Tim in, I talked to Paul about it. He's the captain of our team, and we're bringing your younger brother in. And, we believed in Tim's ability, and I wanted to ask Paul about it. And Paul was a strong supporter. And my mistake in the whole situation, Adam, is I should have had Tim here at the start of the year. And we talked about that, but we just felt another year of junior experience would help him a great deal. But certainly a good player. And I can tell as a hockey parent, as a hockey dad, there's, I love coaching the teams that I coach, but there's always something special when you're watching your own son or daughter play. So I can imagine, and usually you've got your son or your daughter on a team and you watch the whole game, but there's no question when your son is on the ice, you watch it a little closer, you pay a little more attention. And for the Washy, how exciting could that be? Because every second shift there was a Washy on the ice there. So really happy for the family. And Paul's been such a strong leader for us and sets an example. And Tim's come in and certainly has conducted himself very well. He's got the same professional attitude, and he needs to learn that every shift is intense, and anytime you don't go hard on a puck, there's some bad things that could happen. But when he gains that consistency shift to shift, he's going to be a real force, which he's been really good for us so far.
Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, Coach. Hi, Adam Woodin from College Hockey News. How are you?
Great, Adam. Is that a hockey team in the background there hanging behind you? Or? Sorry,
that's a Nets jersey, Dr. J jersey. I got my Islanders stuff on the wall to my left, so you can't see it in the picture.
I thought you were maybe with the Harden trade here, you've got that
Oh, no,
jersey hung up again.
I am not, I am, believe me, I'm not a bandwagoner. I've been a fan since 1975, but
You're patient.
They usually kill me. Anyway, so yeah, no, appreciate it. Can you talk about the Alex and his regression? Because, you know, obviously Brandon went down and you tried to put him in, I guess, a couple games early in the year. He wasn't great. But obviously he's come a long way since then. So
yeah, it wasn't that he wasn't great; he was bad, and you know, it was just that Alex wasn't ready, and
Yeah.
you know, we were forced into that situation, and you know, with a freshman goalie, you want to be patient, and you know, Alex, you know, had to learn what daily effort and focus was all about in practice, and he's a bright young guy. He's a really nice young guy, but he had just never been exposed to anything at the level of Division I college hockey. So, you know, to have to throw him into the games the way that we did in the pod, we really hadn't had time to get used to the pace of the game yet. But to his credit, there was a different player that came back to us after Christmas. I mean, he was more focused in practice. He carries himself very well. He's well liked by his teammates. We've got 15 freshmen here right now, and it's quite a group, and he fits right in with everybody. But no question about it, you know, we've won some games here recently, the last 4 games, and Alex has been a big part of that. He's made some key saves. I thought his best game was certainly the second game against St. Cloud. After you beat a team like that on Friday night, you know they're going to come back at you the next night, and Alex was very good in that game. So we're happy for him.
And how are you managing the, I don't know if it's anxiety or just the uncertainty of, you know, you don't know what's going on with Duluth this weekend, if you'll be able to go. I don't know if that you know that yet or not for sure, but just in general, handling that with the players and the uncertainty maybe from week to week.
Well, you know, I give everybody at our university a lot of credit for the work that they've done to keep us safe and follow the guidelines that we've been following. And we've been really strict here at Western, and I think it's the way to go. But you know, I think it's like everybody in the world right now. I think everybody's living day to day. You can have a plan, but you got to be prepared to adjust. And we tell our players all the time to make sure that we're accepting the power of flexing. And unless something's going to change the world, don't worry about it. So our job is just to focus on today, have a better day today than we had yesterday, and then we'll go from there. At this point, it looks like we will be playing Saturday and Sunday in Duluth, and that's what we're gearing our travel plans for. And certainly, I believe they're going to be back practicing this week, and by playing Saturday, Sunday, it gives them an extra day to practice as well there too. So we're just going day to day.
Yeah, do you sense that the players actually buy into that message, or do you sense anxiety sometimes as to what's going to happen every day and every week?
Well, if we give them a message, we expect them to buy into it. That's
Yeah,
why we're
sure.
coaching, and that's their job. I mean, really, they're elite athletes here. We're treated exceptionally well, and you know, there's so much stress on college students these days, whether you're an athlete or not, and they've learned to adapt and adjust to things, and we're there to support them. And certainly our athletic training staff, Brian Bauer, our head trainer, has done an unbelievable job in keeping our guys informed as to what's going on and making sure that we're following all the guidelines there. So, you know, our guys have shown a great work ethic. They've been, again, we have 15 freshmen, so they've been great listeners, and, you know, we expect that to continue.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.